President Trump hailing his new national security advisor, Ambassador Robert O'Brien, a veteran international hostage negotiator. The family of FBI agent Robert Levinson is praising O'Brien's selection, applauding his efforts to bring Levinson home from Iran, where he was held captive in 2007. Joining us now is Agent Levinson's daughter, Stephanie Levinson Curry. Stephanie, good morning to you, and thank you for being here and telling your family's story. What was your experience with Robert O'Brien?
Good morning, and thank you for having me today. Our family praises President Trump for his selection of Ambassador O'Brien as his national security advisor. Ambassador O'Brien is a man of integrity, and we've worked with him closely over the past year and a half. And in the 12 and a half years that my father has been held, we've worked with many government officials, countless government officials, and I can count on one hand the number of people who take my father's case personally, and Ambassador O'Brien is one of them. He has said that as long as he's involved, that Bob Levinson will be at the forefront of any discussion regarding Iran.
What kind of a man is he?
As I said, a man of integrity. He has great follow-through. He responds personally to emails. We know that he has taken a strong stance on Iran, and that follows suit with the president's strong stance, and we believe this is the way to get Iran to send my father home as soon as possible.
Why did you feel compelled, you and your family, to come forward and tell your story and your experience with Robert O'Brien?
Well, for one thing, Ambassador O'Brien, he works very hard. This is a man who has worked extremely hard, has traveled the world, has kept us abreast of anything that has developed, and he just, I think that this was an excellent choice by President Trump, and Ambassador O'Brien can help get my father home, and he's in a great position to do that.
What was the last contact you had with your father?
Last contact was honestly when he was taken on March 9th, 2007. We've had videos. We had one video and pictures sent to us, but it's been several years. But on a positive note, this can change, and the Supreme Leader can snap his fingers and send Bob Levinson home. The Iranian authorities picked him up on March 9th, 2007, and they know where he is. And this could be over and done with, and he could be back home with his family today.
I know you follow this news quite closely. Over the past 24 hours, the rhetoric is being ramped up on a lot of different angles here with Iran. Why do you think the Iranian leadership has reached out and reacted the way it has in the Persian Gulf and now in Saudi Arabia?
I can't speculate. I'm just a daughter who wants her father home, and I do believe that since May 2018, President Trump and Secretary Pompeo have taken an extremely tough stance on Iran, and I think that Ambassador O'Brien will continue that tough stance, and that will be the key to getting them to talk and sending him home to us.
So you support the tough position that's taken then?
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
You support the tough position that we have seen from the administration?
For sure. We've been nice to Iran. We've let them get away with, holding on to a man who has had no basic human rights for 12 and a half years, who's living in his own personal hell, and we need to take a tough stance. Robert Levinson should have been home 12 and a half years ago. He needs to be home today. He's got 7 grandchildren. He hasn't met any of them. Yesterday, when my daughter came home from school, I told her that Ambassador O'Brien was selected, and he was going to be at the right hand of President Trump, and that he can help get Grandpa Bob home. She ran up and hugged me, and she was so excited about the possibility, I think because she could feel my excitement. And I've told both of my kids stories about my dad for 12 years, and it's about time that they met him and that he gets to spend the rest of his time with his family at home.
It's tough for so many to hear that story, and our best to your family, Stephanie.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming in today.